Welcome back to attempt number 6 of this randomizer nuzlocke. We are starting off again, back to back to back to back, because we keep hitting the wall of Bug Keeper Sammy. Long story short, if you haven't watched the previous episodes, the last trainer in Viridian Forest has been giving us some problems. Hopefully this time we'll be able to get past him, but overall we will have to see based on the RNG of everything set up. We are starting the game over again. Like I said, this is attempt number 6. Hopefully this time we can not lose our starter before we get to him and see how far in we can get for today's episode. Starting off with getting our starter. Everything has been named already and the intro has been pretty much gone through already. Alright, that's Galarian Slowbro, Dartrix, or Steelix. Let's see, if I pick Steelix, he picks Dartrix. If I pick Dartrix, he picks the Galarian. And if I pick him, he picks the Steelix. So, looking at it, no matter which one that I take, he's going to have the type advantage this time. I do like Steelix because the typing gives us a lot of advantages. However, his stats aren't that good. Dartrix has the potential of evolving into Dulusli, problem being is that wouldn't be far in. So I think I'm going to go with the poison Pokemon Slowking. I know I'm probably going to end up losing this match if I don't have a good move against the Steelix, but that's okay because our Nuzlocke does not start until after we get the parcel. We need a nickname. Riddle. And there's a Steelix. Let's go ahead and see if we're in trouble or not. Poison Psychic type. He's brave. Very slow, but that's to be expected. It looks like a physical attacker. Own tempo. Prevents confusion. That's good. Withdraw. Tackle, curse, and growl. Okay. Let's see what our curse does, because we're not at a risk of losing our Nuzlocke right here in the beginning. Yes, I've had battles before. Yes, I know what that means. Yes, I know what to do. Wish there was a way to skip over that. Alright, he's got Harden. Speedfell. Attack rose, defense rose. Okay. Make him slower to make him bulkier. And he's got curse too. Speed fell, attack rose, defense rose. Hopefully I got enough tackles to take him out. I am now faster than he is. Just pretty much need to grind on tackling, taking away 1 point at a time. Use bind. He's got more offensive moves than I do then. Yeah, he's probably going to win this first fight. He's got a lot more options than I do. Let go of the bind. Pretty much all he's going to need is the one attack to take me out. See how much he's going to fool around for that. I do apologize for the longer battle. Is he out of tackles and binds? Really hope they're not just letting me win this fight. I'm literally chipping him away because he just needs to attack me once. There's another curse. There's another curse. His stats won't go any higher. I could lower his stats, but he's only going to turn around and do it anyway. I think they'll let me win this fight. They pretty much gave it to me, so let's see how much experience we get for that. 1 level. Alright, my Pokemon's fully healed. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they just give you that fight then. I know I've lost that fight in the past against him, but for whatever reason, all he had to do was attack me once and he would have won. Kadabra. I know I can't evolve it to an Alakazam unless they give me a way to do so. Kinesis. I need a another type of move. This is gonna hurt. There we go. Some experience. Whimsicott. Whimsicott? Whimsicott? Leech Seed would be good to have on our team. Let's see if we can out-damage the Leech Seed. Whimsicott would be a great Pokemon to have on this randomizer Nuzlocke. Mega Drain. Okay. So look like our two options. Oh, close to a level up. May have to start to try to run I am very thankful that our nuzlocke does not start until after we get our Pokedex. Alright, things are not looking good for the start of this. Let's heal up. Go to the mart, get D.o.n.k's parcel. So, choices are Whimsicott and Kadabra in the first section. I will have to see because both of them have good perks and bad perks. The Whimsicott looks like it's going to be useful for utility, and Kadabra will be a glass cannon. There's the Whimsicott again. We'll fight it just so we can get to level 7. I'm hoping to get a different move rather than tackle, even though it's going to be obvious Riddle's going to be a physical attacker from the looks of the level ups. Constantly lowering my speed and my stats while I just raise my attack and defense. There we go. And the level up. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna have special attack and regular attack. We could really use another attack other than tackle on Slowpoke. Okay, let's turn in this parcel and get our Pokedex and all the extra fixins. And our Nuzlocke will officially begin. I think I might have to increase the text speed. Otherwise, we're going to be reading and narrating the same lines over and over again. Okay. And our Nuzlocke officially begins. Let's go get the town map from Kaz's sister. Thank you. Alright, who shall be our first attempt? I don't want to just say partner right away, because if it breaks out of all 5 Pokeballs, then we can't catch it. I do not want to knock it out. At the same time, that Leech Seed's going to be a problem. And the Mega Drain. Even though it's not that effective against me, still heals him back up. Try it. I think yellow, yeah, he'll heal himself up a little bit. A point. Put him in red. There we go. Should be able to catch him with how little life he has left now. There's the leech seed. So close. I don't have any potions yet. Our nuzlocke has started, and I really don't want to end it right here this quickly. There we go. I was beginning to get worried. Alright, Whimsy Scott. Like the wind, it can slip through any gap, no matter how small. It leaves behind balls of white fluff behind. Play a pun on its name. Welcome to our team, Scotty. And there's the Kadabra. I'm only running because I'm at half health at the moment. I know we can use the experience before we get into the Viridian Forest, but if we lose a Pokemon before we even get there, that's not good. We need to get a poison or a psychic type move on Riddle. There you go. He won't let me escape. He needs to be the one who escapes. Wow. Yeah, let's take the chance. He's level 2. And he starts off with Confusion. 3 points of damage. I wasn't worried. I was a little worried. Okay, level 8. Let's heal up and head into the forest for our next. Don't forget to buy potions. Potions, and we're going to need a couple Pokeballs, and we're going to need an antidote or 2. Although I don't think our Slowbo can be poisoned, if I'm not mistaken. Take 10. Take 4. Don't know what kind of Pokemon we're going to run into. Well, the old man who's going to teach us how to catch Pokemon is going to give us this minor spoiler, but we saw in the previous ones it's more than just one Pokemon that's in there. What have you got to teach us? Sandaconda. It's ground type if I'm not mistaken. Wish there was a way to skip this. At this point, I'm pretty sure we all know how to catch a Pokemon. Can I have the Pokemon you just caught? Alright. Let's try this forest again. Attempt number 6. Six times to get through this forest. And just to play it safe, we'll go for the potion. It's right here. And probably get our first encounter in this patch of grass. That way we can double back to the Pokemon Center if we need to. Kyogre. Okay. Scotty? You have the type advantage, don't you? I should have looked. I didn't look at Scotty's type. Not very effective, but 9 points of damage. Or 5 points of damage. Let's see. Slow him down. Ancient power. Ooh, that hurts. Alright, leech seed. I think I'll use a potion to heal us back up. Something tells me even if we do manage to get him down, I'm more worried about him actually staying in a Pokeball. Does this mean that Bugkeeper Sammy's gonna have a level 9 Kyogre? Alright. I do not want to knock him out. Let's slow him down some more. We'll do some status effects and get him down to red. Ancient power. I'm afraid to use Mega Drain because I'm afraid it'll knock him out. Alright, speed won't go any lower. Let's bring Riddle back in. Raise his stats up. Hopefully we can catch this Kyogre before it faints. I think one more ground and we'll start tossing Pokeballs at it. Wish we had a status effect to put on him. Alright. Pokeball, go. Nope. Really hope it doesn't faint before we have a chance to catch it. It's really cutting it close. Store doesn't offer other options beyond Pokeballs at this point. Nope. Kyogre, you would have been a great person on our team. At least we should get a lot of experience out of this. Scotty grew. Level 6. Alright, let's go heal up real quick. Looks like if we do get the Bugkeeper Sammy, we're only going to have the 2 Pokemon. I'm gonna go ahead and fight the trainers. I'm still gonna avoid grinding. I don't want to go too over levels like we've done in previous runs. Make the game too easy for us, even though we don't have a legendary like we have had in previous runs. Alright, we cannot catch any Pokemon between here and Pewter Forgot the name of the town for a moment. So let's see if we can get both Sammy and... Actually, now that I think about it, let's check Sammy's abilities. Scotty. Okay. Infiltrator passes through barriers. Okay. Versus first trainer up here. See what he's got. I'm worried about having to deal with high-level Kyogres. There's the Sanaconda. Lowered its head. Defense rose. Skull Bash. That's not good. We'll have to defeat him quickly now. Load his head again. Increases his defense. Sandstorm rages. Okay. Lowered his head. Defense raises. And another tackle. I don't know if he can take another Skull Bash. Alright, Scotty. Yeah, the type advantage. There we go. Probably should have did that right from the beginning. Level 9. Trying to learn Yawn. If I'm not mistaken, puts me to sleep. Lulls your foe into falling asleep the next turn. Get rid of Withdrawal for that. Nice status effect, would have been really good for Kyogre. Got a decent amount of experience for both of them. Sandstorm's going to be a problem. And there's the Kyogre. Now I don't have to hold back. Changed it from sand to rain. Hmm. 6 points of damage. Should be able to heal that back. Faster than him. Ooh, critical. Come on, Scotty. Okay. Looking at it, it's going to be a little bit longer of an episode today. But only because I gotta worry about legendary Pokemon in the Viridian Forest. Well, we got a decent amount of experience. Love how you call your Kyogre Caterpie. Aye. Got 10 potions helping us at least. Bring Riddle back up. Let's try to go to the next trainer. Sorry, Sanaconda. Cannot catch you. We already had our one encounter in this forest. It shouldn't be a problem with Mega Drain. Yeah. I'm more concerned about losing out of power points before we get out of this forest. Okay. There's another antidote. Another Sanaconda. Pokemon just do not want to let me to leave today. There we go. I'm keeping the Slowbro in the front for now. Because I can always swap in Scotty and Scotty can heal himself. Yeah, he's only got 9 left of that, so I gotta be careful we don't run out. He's not doing a Skull Bash move. Okay. Wasting too many power points on this Pokemon because of the accuracy. There we go. Riddle's now 10. Tell me I'm getting a better move. Nope. Scotty's 10. Scotty's trying to learn Gust. Let's see. Strike the foes with a gust of wind whipped up by wings. Well, Scotty doesn't have any wings. I like to keep that. Force to grow, raising its special attack stat. It would be a great move to have along with Mega Drain, which is a special attack move. But we need something other than a grass type move just in case we come across a Pokemon that's resistant to grass. Yeah, we'll get rid of Growth for now. I want to keep Cotton Spore because lowering their speed is too valuable at the moment. I'm not going to challenge him. Let's go fight Sammy. Wonder if he still falls asleep if he's preparing an attack. There he goes. Should be able to just keep tackling him now. How do you avoid the attack if he was sleeping? There's Wrap. Wrap. All we have to do is hit him with one tackle. Come on, just one tackle. Ooh. Okay. Gotta heal. Can't be switched out. Should just use a potion then. There's a wrap again. 1 point of damage. And a couple points. There we go. Alright, let's heal up real quick. And try to inch forward to fight Sammy. I know I keep saying that, but we keep running into wild Pokemon. Okay. I think they heard me. Okay, one Pokemon. Sandaconda. We're gonna put him to sleep. Use Curse to power us up while he's sleeping. And then we should be able to handle him fairly readily with Tackle. It's 2 stages. Just cured of the sleep problem. I'm going to put him back to sleep again. And let's try a Tackle. 5 points of damage. See how many turns he'll stay asleep this time. There's the shed skin. Wakes back up. And now I can't swap out because of the wrap. $16 power points left. I think as soon as I can change, I'm going to. Do not want to lose at this stage, so I'm healing up. Still got the wrap on me. Alright. Let's see if we can finish him off. We'll go to sleep. There we go. One thing that's good is it cancels out that skull bash that's coming. The hardest part though is actually hitting him because of the sand attacks. I think the wrap is done too. Okay, so close. 6 points of damage. And he avoided the attack. Minimize. I might have to swap out just yet. Nope, never mind. There's the wrap again. Okay. Finally defeated our rival. Budkeeper Sammy. Alright, let's get to the Pokemon Center. There we go. I think we're going to end this episode at the center. I am so glad we're finally getting an episode 2 in one of our runs for a little while. Next episode, we are going to go ahead and fight Brock and see what he has in store for us. But until then, I shall see you all in the next episode. Thank you all for the continued support, the likes, the comments, everything that you guys do with these videos. For the supporting the videos severely helps, and I do appreciate it. But until then, God bless.